Hello everyone, welcome back to another 10+0 rapid game. We're back here with the white pieces. We're trying to get 2300. Let's see if we can do it. And we got a good old Italian game. For knights, I like to play the Scotch Gambit and play e5 here, forcing the knight to move. Usually black strikes back with d5 first. And usually white does not want to en passant or take the knight. So we'll see. This is pretty well played, well known, very common. I don't know how common it is, but I think it's relatively common. Now, E5 players have to know a lot of theory about so many different things. I'm not envious of E5 players, but I guess the upside is that E5 is very solid, and you shouldn't get bad positions, ideally. Okay, this is still pretty well-known theory at this point. Bishop c5 is the main move. Bishop e7 is also a move, though. Bishop e7 ensures that this dark square bishop, doesn't get in the way of this queenside pawn mass. So usually black wants to advance their queenside majority, and white wants to advance their kingside majority. So my E and F pawns, I want to start get them rolling down the board. So I'm going to play F3 to kick the knight with tempo, and then play F4 so then it comes back. So even though I could play F4 in one move, I want to play F3 because I gain a tempo first. So if that makes sense. So pretty well-known stuff. Now my opponent was probably talking to someone in real life, because yeah, knight d5 is the only move. The knight is trapped otherwise. Some people have played knight e6, rotating the knight backwards to attack this knight that's pinned. Makes some sense. So now I'm going to finish development, bishop e3, knight d2, and then eventually, hopefully, maybe push my pawns down if he allows me to. Okay. I don't think I've seen this move before. Part of me just wants to continue development. Like, knight d2, takes. If a rook takes, do I even care? Rook takes. Knight b3. No, not knight b3. Oh my god, the door is open? Okay. Knight b3, though. He can't take the b2 pawn. If he takes the b2 pawn after we trade, queen c3 is a fork. Although he could take my knight, I can just take back with my bishop, and then his rook's still in attack, and I get to play f5 in because my rook supports the center, and I can get my kingside majority rolling. So even though I'm down a pawn, I think I have a lot for it in a very good way. So yeah, rook b8 was probably an inaccuracy. Okay. I think I want to just take. And I kind of want to play f5, not going to lie. Queen d3, I think, yeah, or queen d2. I think queen d2 is good. So still take, and we go queen c3. And otherwise, I also just want to bring my rook to the open file, go queen c3 anyways, just to attack the bishop. And wow, f5. This looks bad. I don't like this for him. I'm just going to attack his bishop. Go rook d1 next. Maybe go a3 and b4 and try to get control of the dark squares. I feel like that makes sense. Oh my goodness, wait, I had knight takes f5. I had knight takes f5. Then that just won a pawn at a bare minimum. I might have knight takes f5 anyways. Knight takes f5. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Kind of looks good. Wait, wow, it actually makes sense. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take on f5. Attacking his queen. Attacking his bishop. So I think I'm going to pre-move this, because that's the only move. Yeah, it should be the only move. So I'm in pretty good shape. Although it is just a pawn, however, his remaining pawn structure is very ugly. So at least from a structural standpoint, I'm doing well. This knight, I'm not sure if it actually belongs on this square, but I mean, it can't be bad, right? It can't be bad. Probably, what is that move? I have no idea what that move does. Oh, rook. He wants to go rook there, I guess. I'm just gonna go here. If he goes rook c5, I have rook takes d7, I think. I think I have that move. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, but then I take the c7 pawn. He can go here, but I can go here. Yeah, this actually looks pretty good. So he gets his piece back. You know, rook c5, you know, rook takes d7. He gets his piece back, surprisingly, which it feels like he shouldn't, but he does. He does, actually, which is pretty wild. He goes bishop e6, or, you know, his c6 pawn is hanging. So he has to be quite careful here. And rook c5 after I take on c6, well, you know, my knight guards my c2 pawn, so my knight actually does a good job on this e3 square. That's so ugly. That's very ugly. And part of me just wants to go check. And let's just go b3. I should have played b3 before I played queen c4 check and held that move in my pocket. But at the very least, I'm attacking the e4 pawn now. I guess if I played b3 immediately, could go rook c5, and then my queen wouldn't be attacking the e4 pawn. But right now, I mean, it's really hard for him to defend this pawn. And his rook does not look very pleasantly placed on the square. And even if he puts a rook on a5, I mean, this pawn on a2 can go to a4. And if he goes queen a3, I mean, the queen is not impressing anyone on the edge of the board. I mean, it's attacking a pawn, but I don't think I really care. I don't think I care in this case. And yeah, that move makes sense. That move makes a lot of sense. So I think I'm just going to go queen c3. His rook still doesn't feel like it's in the best spot, though. Like, this does not feel like it's in a good spot. Like, maybe I can go... He could go bishop g3 at some... bishop g6 at some point as well. But then he might get hit with f5. And I can still play f5 now. But I don't know what I'm threatening with f5. Like, I don't think I'm threatening anything. I mean, it just looks nice, which, I mean, looking nice is good. But if I can get him... Okay, I think I'm just going to play knight here, maybe. And try to force him to put a bishop on g6. Oh, he wants to defend his rook with a pawn so his queen can move? I guess that makes sense. Makes enough sense to me, I guess. If he plays a4, I might consider playing knight d6, just disconnecting the queen from the rook, but I can't do that anymore. Never mind. I think he's going to move his bishop somewhere. But he doesn't really have anywhere that's actually impressive. Like, even like bishop g6, I can play f5. Which looks pretty. Maybe it doesn't do anything, though. Okay, he does that move, which I don't feel is very impressive, to be honest. I can just go here. But maybe his plan is to go bishop e2. That could be his plan, actually. Which is not actually the worst plan in the world, I'm not going to lie. So I think we're going to go rook here. I'm going to go rook here just to guard the e2 square and not do anything dumb. Also, his rook is, I guess it's not trapped. It can always go backwards, but doesn't have that much mobility. I mean, that's just a pawn blunder. I guess yeah, that's just a pawn blunder, so I'm just going to take it. Oh no, it's not a pawn blunder. If I take, he can take, undefending my queen. Ooh, that's nice. It's a very nice move. Yeah, that's a very nice move, actually. Could go a3. If he takes, I can take, and then he can take, and then I can take. So a3 could be a move. But he could also just do a desperado and sacrifice his rook for my knight, and then be up a piece. Queen takes, rook takes. Then I could play queen h3. Attacking his bishop. And then he could take. And after I take, he takes. Then I can, yeah, I take on h5. And I can start pushing my pawn. Could go e6. The alternative is going rook d4, e2. I think I'm going to go for it. It's a nice tactic. And I'm just going to go here. And I think it's going to work out. He has a funny move. Queen takes e5. Queen takes e5 is a very funny move to take advantage of this pin of backring checkmate. He genuinely might play it. It's not unfindable. But I think more natural is just taking on c2. He has back rank issues. Oh my gosh, wait. I thought he had back rank issues. If I go check, he goes queen here. If I go here, well, he just back rank mates me. If I go check, he goes here. Yeah, I messed up. I screwed it up. Rook. That sucks. That sucks. So I've really screwed everything up in that game. That was really bad. So this was fine. This was fine. This was fine. And yeah, knight f5 immediately is good. Why? Why is knight f5 immediately good? What does it do? Okay, my knight's better than his bishop. As simple as that. My knight's better than his bishop. So he would have to take, and then I take his bishop, and now I have really good control of all the dark squares. Rook e8 and b3, and his bishop is worse than my bishop. But this was not bad at all. There you go. I won the pawn. and I just centralized my pieces, and I was doing okay. And then here, huge mistake. I didn't like the look of this, and bishop e2. I didn't like the look of it. But if e6, wow. And if bishop, well, I guess if takes. Oh my gosh! 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 That's a checkmate threat. Oh, I didn't think about checkmate threats. Man, I'm tunnel visioned and slow. Okay, well, let me just do a little bit more. So, rook d4 was perfectly fine, but I thought the tactics worked out. But good move by my opponents. He does not have back rank issues. I thought he did. So, oh well. I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.